Well, I am here to give you, the world-changing entrepreneur that you are, the exact 5-step process you'll need to know to open your LLC in Texas, how to do the same process using a business formation service. Finally, I'll explain how you need to maintain your LLC so you don't run afoul of the government. Plus, I'll share the easy route, but before we begin, you should know that I have relationships with the services in this video. When you use them through the links in the description below, I will get a referral fee at no additional cost to you. It's a way that you can just show some support for this channel, and in some cases, they may even apply a custom discount for you. 5 steps to open your Texas LLC, the free version. Step 1, find your name. You have to pick a name that's unique enough to pass the business entity search test, and to make sure that it's not too similar to any other businesses out there, especially if it's similar to yours. It's also probably a good idea to buy your domain name so you can have a website and email address associated with your business. Step 2, appoint a registered agent. Next, it's time to find a registered agent. Not only do they have to be able to receive mail on your behalf, but they also have to be at the physical address during business hours to receive any legal documents. And no, P.O. boxes don't count. If you're an organization that already has an LLC set up in Texas, or you're an individual resident of the state, you can serve as a registered agent. This extends to an officer, owner, employee, family member, or friend, as long as they are a Texas resident with a physical Texas address. The third step is filing your certificate of formation. Now, this document lists information like your LLC name, your registered agent, the management structure. You could structure it to be managed by its members or by appointed managers, but either way, you have to list the names and addresses of the managers. As this will be public information, you can use P.O. boxes for this. Your company's purpose, your LLC's mailing address, any supplemental provisions and information, but to be honest, most people leave this blank unless you have specific guidance from your attorney. The duration, if it's being formed for a specific length of time only. The LLC organizer, that's the person or entity that takes on the responsibility of forming and filing the documentation for the LLC and plays an important role in starting and finishing the legal requirements for establishing it, the formation date, and finally, the execution. After double checking that everything's filled out correctly, you have to verify with your signature and date that it's all good, and you have to ensure that your registered agent has been consulted. Once you've submitted your filing, it'll take about 10 to 12 days to receive the stamped and approved certificate of formation from the state. One last thing though, let's say you screwed up and you need to fix something. Well, that means you have to now file a certificate of amendment and pay the associated fee of $150. You should know that if you're aware of mistakes but you choose not to do anything about it, you can jeopardize your chances of obtaining a certificate of fact status, which is the official evidence you need to show that your LLC can do business in Texas. Step 4, get an EIN. The EIN, the 9-digit employee identification number assigned to your LLC by the IRS, is both free to get and crucial to have, as it serves as your official ID number when setting up bank accounts, credit accounts, and filing taxes. Simply head over to the IRS's website to apply for one. The process takes a few minutes and you'll get your EIN immediately. Without one, you can't obtain licenses and permits, nor can you hire employees. With your EIN firmly in your hand, you can now open up some business accounts. The bank will just need your EIN and articles of organization. I always remind people at this point to open up a new business account because commingling funds and exposing your personal assets is just not a smart business move. You might also consider applying for business credit cards and loans to gain access to capital and establish credit for your new business. Step 5, create LLC operating agreement. Your 5th step to creating your LLC is to create your operating agreement. This internal document outlines how your company will run its daily operations, but it also reduces confusion amongst members and managers as to who's doing what in the business, and it overall lessens any potential conflicts. Overall, the process will run you about $300 to file, but you must also pay a yearly state franchise tax, which varies based on your company's income. Other things to consider are opening a bank account for your LLC. You will always want to keep your personal funds separate, checking with your local municipality to see if you need any special permits or licenses like health permits or building permits to operate, getting insurance like general liability insurance and maybe even workers' comp if you have employees. Your annual report, you'll have to file once a year with the state comptroller's office. Step 6, file a BOI. The sixth and final step is to file your BOI, or Beneficial Ownership Information Report. It's a pretty new requirement that's there to help crack down on business-related financial crimes. Basically, you must disclose identifying information about the company applicant who filed your formation paperwork. BOIs must be filed with the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, within 90 days of your LLC's creation. And those are the basic steps. Now, don't forget, the time that you're spending setting up your business could be spent operating it instead. So for those of you who would prefer to focus on the substance of your business, whether it's the big picture vision or just bringing more money in the door, it's probably worth outsourcing formation to a company like Busy. I'll take you through the same process again, but this time we'll be using Busy. How to open your Texas LLC the easy way. Once you've selected LLC and your state, in this case we're using Wyoming as our example, you'll be taken to a page where you can choose your package. If you stick with the basic package, you'll need to pay for things like your EIN, business tax number, and operating agreement as add-ons, but do note that you get a free first year of registered agent on all Busy packages. Personally, I recommend Busy's mid-tier standard plan as being the best fit for most people. Next, you'll be naming your LLC. If the name you want for your LLC is not available, Busy will let you know. After this, you will see the exact dates your LLC will be registered by, depending on your package, state, and whether you go with expedited filing. Next, you'll put in your contact info, and then you'll choose whether you want to set up your LLC using your own address, or you can have Busy take care of this for you for a nominal monthly fee. You'll see one more prompt to upgrade to the premium package, which is good for those of you who want a domain name and a business email setup. And then you'll need to add the members of your LLC. You'll also be asked if you want Busy to act as your registered agent, which you should, because your first year of registered agent is free and it renews at only $119. So then in order to attain an EIN, you'll be prompted to put in your name and your social security number. Follow the instructions on the screen if you do not have one, or if you'd prefer to just use your ITIN number. From there, you'll be prompted to open up a business bank account with Bank of America. Now, there are other options for business bank accounts, but if you want to complete this portion of your filing all at once, you can do so here. Then it'll prompt you to either deliver your LLC electronically or with a physical mailing address. Busy will also identify potential business licenses for you. If you want, you may choose to add to your purchase. And finally, after you've carefully reviewed that all of your information is correct and accurate, you're ready to file. This process is made so much easier using services like Busy, especially with all of the free advantages like the year-long registered agent. Click the links in the video description below to learn more about Busy. So rather than trying to just save a few bucks for yourself, I just go with a service like Busy and be done with it. Save the LLC administration for a company that specializes in stuff like that. And there you go. Congrats on your decision to open a Texas LLC. The world needs more entrepreneurs and more creatives just like you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!